Okay, so before we can start, just let me know, do you have any idea what is Citrix and how it works? Anything, any knowledge you have?
Citrix, yeah, as an administrator, I
Hmm.
don't have any idea, but we are using Citrix as
Okay.
a
What is
chunk server. Okay.
virtualization? Virtualization, any
Yeah,
idea on that part?
yes, yes.
What is what it is?
Virtualization, suppose we are using hardware, okay,
Mm-hmm.
and on that particular hardware, we can use multiple OS, okay,
Yes, so
or
that is,
multiple applications.
but why we are virtualizing the things? What is the need of that?
Okay, because it's cost effective, na?
Right. So, with the help of the virtualization, we can use any hardware up to its maximum efficiency, right? So, if I'm having my this laptop, right? Like this laptop is equipped with some hardware, right? Means as you can
Hmm.
see on my screen, my CPU utilization is 15% as of now, right? And I'm only running Windows 10 or Windows 11, whatever the OS, it is Windows 11, right? On this CPU, right? And my
Hmm.
memory utilization is 46%, right? So what I'm doing here, I'm just wasting my resources, right? But if I virtualize my laptop, in that case, I can utilize the remaining 80% of CPU and remaining like almost 50% of my memory. So that is how it works. It is cost effective for the organization, and we can deliver the desktop to end users as a form of virtual machines or VDI.
Okay.
Now coming to the Citrix, so basically Citrix is a company. It is located in US Florida, and it is most popular for the two products which is known as Gen App and Gen Desktop. So earlier those products were known as Gen App and Gen Desktop, but after the release of 7.xx version, right, they guys renamed their product to Citrix Virtual Apps and Virtual Desktop, right? So for older guys, you can have Gen App and Gen Desktop, but now for newcomers, those products are Citrix Virtual Apps and Virtual Desktop. Okay, and if you want to explore
Okay.
more with that basic definition, so you can Google it, but this is quite a good definition what I consider, right? So basically, Citrix is popular for the two products only, Gen App and Gen Desktop, and it is a company located in US, Florida. Okay, any doubt here?
Okay.
Now,
No.
coming to the this is a kind of introduction session only. So in this session, I am just covering the things which we will perform in upcoming sessions. Okay, so this is the kind of working and key components of the Citrix. So how Citrix works. So basically on your left hand side, it is a end user device, right? Like it could be a laptop or desktop or mobile, Android, tablet, PC, whatever it is. Okay. So in end user device, what we have to do, we have to install one application which is known as Citrix Workspace or Citrix Receiver, right? And
Yes.
one web browser is required. You can use Google Chrome or you can use Firefox, any web browser you can use. Okay. So with the help of web browser, what user has to do, user has to enter some URL which
URL.
is known as the storefront. Okay. So basically storefront, sorry, basically one, 1 minute. Actually,
No problem. Take your time.
I'm just suffering from cold since, give me a minute. Actually, my cold is almost done, but still having some cough, right? So that is the
Oh,
only reason. Okay. Okay. So storefront is a web page for end user, right? When user hits the storefront, so what happens? It will pop up one web page for end user, and on that web page, what user needs to do, user must have to enter the credentials. Okay.
then storefront basically a URL, Citrix URL, right?
Yes. It is a
Okay.
website for your company on which your user lands and user enters their credentials to get into your infra. Okay.
Okay.
And once user enters the credentials, the query goes to the delivery controller. So basically, delivery controller, it is a mastermind in Citrix, means it is a core component which manage the entire operations in Citrix infra, right? So when user enters the credentials, query comes to the delivery controller, and delivery controller is a mastermind, and delivery controller know like to which server this query needs to be forwarded for validation. So as user enters the credential, so it will forward the query to the Active Directory server. So what is Active Directory server? Any idea on that?
Authenticate.
Yes. So it will forward the query to Active Directory server, and once Active Directory server validates like credentials are good, okay, then again it will forward the query to delivery controller like credentials are okay. Then it will forward the query to the SQL server to check in database like which application or desktop is published to that particular user. After it will uh, show the next page for the user with the applications or icons whatever published to the end users. Each and everything we will cover in practicals like how things works, right? So basically coming to here, delivery controller is a core component. Studio, basically Studio is a GUI console to manage the entire Citrix data center. Director is a tool for the troubleshooting perspective. License server is responsible to allocate the license on each and every virtual machine. SQL server is for the database. Active Directory server is it is to manage user accounts and computers. And this is the hypervisor on which the entire infra will be hosted, like the application or the servers or your desktop, whatever it is, whatever we have to publish to end user, each and everything we will host on the hypervisor only. So coming to the core component of Citrix, so core component is storefront, delivery controller, studio, director, license server, right? So these are the core components. And SQL server and Active Directory server is from the Microsoft, like so these are not from the Citrix. And hypervisor into the market, we are having three hypervisors available. First one is your VMware ESXi, second one is your Citrix hypervisor, and third one is your Hyper-V, which is from the Microsoft.
Microsoft.
Okay, so basically, am I audible properly, right? Trying to speak in high, na? I'm getting cough actually, so
No,
no issue.
no problem, no problem. You can speak in lower volume. No issues.
Okay, so basically, we are having three hypervisors into the market. For older organization or for the big companies, you will see Hyper-V, not Hyper-V, VMware over there. Why? Because these are the big giants and legacy companies, and they have hosted their infra on VMware. Citrix uh, came into the market, I think, somewhere around 2008. Before that, only VMware was the option for the companies. But now we are having some legacy issues with the VMware, and it is Hyper-V
Mhm.
is also very, very fast, right? But Hy- Hyper-V is from the Microsoft. So new companies are utilizing the Hyper-V. You will find Citrix hypervisor multiple in multiple organizations, but almost 50% of market is captured by VMware. Okay, rest of the
Okay.
30% or 40% from the Citrix, and 10% approx for Hyper-V. Okay,
Okay.
so no matters which no matters which hypervisor we are using, right? So the task for hypervisor is just to host a virtual machine on the physical hardware. So that is the only requirement. Okay. So in organization, you may find some different hypervisors, right? But only GUI display will be modified, right? In Citrix, you will get few option on left hand side. In VMware, you will get the similar option on your right hand side of the screen. Something only GUI base difference will be there. Rest of the operations will be same in every hypervisor. So this is a This is the open source hypervisor, and it is available at free of cost. Okay, and it is quite replica of Citrix Gen server or Citrix hypervisor. So for smaller organizations where money is the problem, you will find this hypervisor as well, which is known as
Okay.
XCPNG. Okay,
XCPNG.
yeah. Now they guys rename this to Gen Orchestra, right? Something like this. So please have a knowledge. If someone asks you like on which hypervisor you worked on, you can consider this hypervisor as well. It is very, very good and it is free of cost. Okay.
Okay.
And for Citrix hypervisor, you need some licensing. For VMware also, you need licensing. Hyper-V is free from Microsoft, but it is uh, very, very bulky actually. So I have never seen like companies using Hyper-V, and it came to the market just a few years back now, right? So it will capture the market, but the capture rate is very, very slow. Okay, so
Okay.
any doubt here in this slide?
No.
Okay, so coming to the layers part in Citrix basically we are having 5 layers. So that left hand side layer, which is known as user layer, it is a separate layer and it is for end user devices only, like user personal device or corporate device, whatever the device users are using, it comes under the user layer, right? And this is our like right hand part is our data center layers, right? So below you can see it's a hardware layer which is for the hypervisor, means you will get a very, very good configured hardware, and on that hardware network card, Wi-Fi, storage, CPU, memory, or graphic card should be there, and on that configure that physical hardware as a hypervisor. Okay. So one more thing, what is hypervisor? Any idea on that part?
Okay. Hypervisor is a physical box where we can host multiple OS or multiple applications.
No, no. Physical box is physical hardware. Now, what is hypervisor?
Hypervisor, it's simply a virtualization of hardware.
Right. How? Means if
Okay.
I'm having one physical server with me, right? How
Mhm.
I can configure that physical server as a hypervisor?
Okay, then you need to install that hypervisor, whatever we have, like for VMware or Citrix or Microsoft.
Right. So where to install? That is my question. No?
Mhm. Hello.
Yes, yes. Tell me.
Yes, we have to install.
Where to install? What I'm asking is that.
Okay, where? On
Mm-hmm.
on that physical hardware, na?
Mm-hmm. Okay. So in the market, we are having two types of hypervisors.
Okay.
I'm not talking about the companies like Citrix, VMware, or whatever it is, right? I'm just explaining what is hypervisor. Okay.
Okay, you mean to say that bare metal and all these things?
Yes.
Okay.
So in the market, we are having two types. Type 1 hypervisor
And
and
type 2.
type 2 is type 2. We do not have any additional name for this. Okay. So in bare metal hypervisor, what we have to do first, a layer will be your hardware layer, like the
Bare metal
physical
means,
hardware.
yeah, we can directly install on that physical hardware. And
Yes.
type 2 is like we can install any OS, okay,
Hmm.
on Microsoft or maybe in Linux, and after that we can install that hypervisor.
Right. So on physical hardware, right? What you need to do, you have to install the hypervisor as an operating system. Means in type 1 hypervisor, you have to install hypervisor as an operating system, right? You can directly install just like we are installing Windows on our laptop, right? In a similar way, you will get
Yes.
this is known as the type 1. And in type 2, what will happen? You have to install hypervisor as an application, not as an OS. Is it clear?
It's correct.
Means this is my laptop, right? In my laptop, I have installed one hypervisor, which is VMware Workstation Pro. So now in this laptop, I have installed this as an operating system, sorry, as an application, right? And two, we have to configure the hypervisor as an application. And in type 1, we have to configure hypervisor as a ESXi, then your Citrix hypervisor, Citrix hypervisor. It is also known as the Gen server, the older name of Citrix hypervisor, and the Hyper-V, and also XCP-ng. You can also find many more hypervisors, because if we talk about the example for type 2, you will found Oracle, then your VMware workstation, then you will found Docker and many more, right? So these are the, so what is the difference here? These are the, in type
Correct.
2, you have to install as an application. In type 1, you have to install hypervisor as a operating system. Is it clear?
Yes.
Okay, so in production, you will always find, so
Yes.
you will find type 1 only, and for testing purpose, you can use type 2, like if you have to create a separate virtual machine or any isolated lab, right? For your learning. So
Yes.
in that case, you can use it. Now, this is the hardware layer on which like we have to configure the hypervisor, and rest of the resources we have to configure in our hypervisor only. Means into the access layer, we will configure one storefront server and one Citrix ADC. ADC is nothing, it is a net scaler for the load balancing, right? Or
Yes.
net scaler. Now into the mid, you will find the core servers like delivery controller, which controls the entire operations. Then your domain controller for like user authentication. Then SQL server for the database, license server for to allocate the licenses, and file server, it is basically a storage on which you have to store the user. Source layer, we will store the VDI or the virtual machines which we will publish to our end user. Like it could be a virtual machine or it could be a your application. Any
Okay.
doubts here?
VDA means
Your
VDA.
VDA is the virtual desktop agent. Oh, sorry, virtual delivery agent. So which is responsible to deliver the like desktop and applications to the end users.
Yeah. Got it.
Coming to the schedule, what we have to follow in upcoming days, right? So
Mhm.
first session like introduction and prerequisites, that is going on, right? We are just discussing the introduction and prerequisites, like what is Citrix, how it works, right? And from tomorrow onwards, like we will cover the things with practicals only. Like in the second one, we will and learn how to install and configure the delivery controller. In the third one, we will
Okay.
learn how to configure the Citrix hypervisor. In the fourth
Mhm.
one, we will learn how to create first Citrix site and how to add delivery controller to that site. In the fifth one, we
Mhm.
will learn how to create the master image or golden image and how to configure the VDA like virtual delivery agent in your master image. In the sixth one, we will learn how to create the machine catalogs. So basically, machine catalogs are nothing. These are the only virtual machines, right? And in the seventh one, we will learn how to create the delivery group to publish the virtual machine or applications to end user. In the eighth one, we will
Mm-hmm.
learn how to install and configure the storefront server. In the ninth one, we will test our entire deployment, like how things works right after the deployment. And we will act as an end user and we will hit our storefront server. Then we will try to access the resources or applications, whatever we will publish to our end users. And tenth one is for troubleshooting and backup plan if something goes down into like production, right? If any server goes down, in that case, how to recover from the disaster, right? So those kind of things we
Mm-hmm.
will discuss in this. Like, if any server goes down in, if SQL server goes down, in that case, what will be the impact on the production, right? Or if delivery controller goes down or Active Directory server goes down. So those kind of practical scenarios we will cover. So 10th lecture for 10th session will be it will be for 2 or 3 days. Why? Because it is just for troubleshooting only, right? And rest
Yeah,
of the
yeah.
things that we will cover on day-to-day basis. Okay. Now coming to the lab setup. So basically here, as you can see, total 10 lectures are there. So from second to eighth one will be the with the practicals only. Whatever I will do on my hardware, you need to replicate same thing on your hardware, right? And after every session, you will get your recordings and you can follow the recordings, right? To set up your own infra.
Okay.
Because I always believe into the practicals only, right? It is not be
Okay.
like, yeah, I will explain you theoretically and it will be helpful for you. It will never helpful for you, right? So
Okay. Yeah, I have a questions like how to set up my lab
that I will guide you.
and what are the hardware configuration needed.
That I'm telling you. Okay. So these are the virtual machines like we have to deploy to set up the entire lab. So first server will be the domain controller and second server will be the delivery controller. So in my case, my domain is TechMTech. In your case, your domain may be different. You can create with your name, right? So for my domain controller, I have allocated to 2 GB of RAM and host name I given as DC. And this is my Citrix delivery controller. So again, host name will be the DDC and the RAM allocated to this server is 6 GB. And I join that server into my domain, which is techmtech.com. These two servers are the hypervisors like Gen server 01 and Gen server 02. So why I have picked up two hypervisor? Just to show you, like, if one hypervisor goes down, in that case,
For
how to
backup
switch,
purpose.
yeah, how to switch the entire operation to the secondary server. And these are the client machines like Windows 10 client 1 and client 2. And I join both the machine in my domain. And we will use those machine as an end user, right? When we have to connect to our resources. So coming to the hardware requirement, like I have considered two hypervisors with 10 GB of RAM. So if you are not equipped with that much of RAM, so you can eliminate one hypervisor, right? And coming to the RAM requirement, like 2, 6, like 8 and 10 GB, and you can also eliminate one client machine. You can consider only one client machine with 2 GB of RAM. So like at least 20 GB RAM is sufficient to deploy the entire setup.
Okay.
Now,
Is there any can you use VMware workstation or anything?
yeah, VMware workstation you can use. So this is a standard hardware, like what I use, and to provide. If you need any remote server, I can do that for you if you do not have any laptop with good configuration. So coming to the skill part, the prerequisite like requirement. So basic skill is required, like having some knowledge of Windows Server, Active Directory, and DHCP. And like if you know like how to create a user and how to join any computer into the domain, like these are the basic things, right? Any doubt in
Okay.
that part?
No.
Okay, so these are the basic things and some basic networking knowledge is required, like DNS. If any machine is not, if you are not getting ping from any machine with the IP address or with the host name, right? So those kind of
Hmm.
troubleshooting knowledge is required. This is very, very basic, right? So
Yeah, yeah. That I know.
no worries. So now coming to the hardware requirement. So for smooth operation, this is the standard requirement to set up the entire lab. like RAM is 32 GB. If you do not have 32 GB, in that case 20 GB is must. If you do not have 20 GB, then 16 GB can be used, but operations will be very, very, very slow in that case. And your
Okay.
laptop or desktop, it might get overheated. Why? Because we have to virtualize it, right?
Mm-hmm.
And CPU that I recommend is i5 or higher with at least four cores in it, right? For your physical cores. And storage, I always recommend to have SSD because like on normal traditional mechanical drives, now operations is very very slow. So
Yes.
this is the hardware requirement. And coming to the software requirement, so Windows Server 2019 ISO, or you can use Windows Server 2022, but please go with like 2019 only. Why? Because it is a stable edition, right? And Windows 10 for client machines. So coming to the Citrix ISO file, so a Citrix virtual app and desktop ISO file that I will share with you. Citrix hypervisor ISO I will share with you, and Citrix Gen Center I will share with you. So let me do that right now. I think a
Okay.
Windows Server ISO files now you can directly download from the Microsoft portal, right? I'm just sharing
Yes.
you link to Citrix ISO files only. Okay.
Okay. But problem is that
Mhm.
I don't have that kind of hardware actually.
So what I can do, I can arrange a lab for you on rental basis, right? So those of the
Mm.
things we can discuss offline, whatever the charges. Why? Because this session is getting being recorded, right? So those kind of
Mhm.
things we can discuss offline after this call. Okay.
Okay.
You can call me separately for that, but otherwise, you know what I have to do? I have to edit the recordings, right? So that I do not want to spend my time on that part. Okay. So,
Okay.
software ISO files I already shared with you for Citrix. If you do not know how to download Windows Server ISO file, please let me know. I will share a link, but you can easily get those files from Microsoft website at free of cost, right? So,
Yes.
skills, basic knowledge, hardware lab I already given to you, like the requirements, and software ISO that is done. So now, from tomorrow onwards, we will start with the first component, which is delivery controller. And as per the lab, Active Directory I never consider in the Citrix classes. Why? Because if someone is preferring for the Citrix, so he must know like how to configure the domain controller. So
Yes.
that is
Correct.
the only reason I never pick that thing. I always start with the delivery controller. Why? Because it is a core component for Citrix. So from tomorrow onwards, what we will do, we will go practical live with the Citrix delivery controller configurations. Okay, and so on.
Okay.
We will follow the schedule, this schedule, right? Any doubt so far?
No.
Okay, then. So we can discuss the offline for your lab arrangement, and I think introduction is almost done. You are having some basic idea of server, so that is only my requirement, and it is very very good. And also, we'll discuss. Okay, buddy. If you have any question, you can ask, or we are good to conclude for today. We have covered the introduction part, and from tomorrow onwards, we will go with the live. And listen, this session will be very very long because we will when we will configure the core component, now the installation only it will take more than 1 hour. Okay, so
Okay.
please we available with some time, and if you are available in the evening now, so today is Sunday, so I have nothing to do, right? So if you are okay, I can schedule one more class with practical like in the evening or in the night if you are available. If not, then
Yeah. No problem. Today we can sit.
okay, so I will let you know the time. I have to finish some morning stuff. Okay, then I will let you the time after the lunch. Okay.
Yeah. Evening time. Yeah. Yeah. It will be good. Okay.
Okay. Okay. That we will discuss mutually, and I will share the timing. Means my available slot with you. Okay.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay, man. Thanks. Bye.
Okay then, Mash. Thanks.
Yeah.
Can you see my screen?
Yes. So now, just let me know the requirement. What is the exact requirement for you so
Okay.
that we can proceed, right?
Okay. So, like I said, our requirement is we
O-
have a
Open the Word
server.
file. Open the Word file, MS Word, and please point out your like note down the points.
Okay. Let me do that.
Open Microsoft Word or Excel, whatever.
We use Google Docs in our company.
Okay.
So we have to use Google Docs only to share with everyone. So I will put it here in Google Docs that we are all
Hmm.
aligned.
Yeah.
Right? So our requirement is, like I said, we have a web-based application
Mm-hmm.
which has one element of that application which runs on the end user system.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, that application when it runs on the end user system, it
Mm-hmm.
basically captures images from the webcam and sends
Mm-hmm.
them to the server.
Mm-hmm.
And on the server, we do cloud-based video AI processing to
Mm-hmm.
detect any violations that the end user may be committing. Basis, so we do video AI on that image that comes to us.
Okay.
Now, our requirement is that some of the customers that we are talking to, some of the leads that we are talking to, are saying that they are working with
Mm-hmm.
thin client on
Mm-hmm.
Citrix,
Mm-hmm.
which means we cannot install the end user software that we install on the agent's system. We
Mm-hmm.
cannot install. So
So
everything
your
has to be
requirement is to publish that particular application directly to the Delwise thin client or whatever thin client the guys are using, is
no,
it?
no, onto the Citrix VM where they log in using the Delwise.
Yeah, I got it. So, okay. Now, just let me know the hardware configuration of the server, which server you are having with you right now.
Yeah, this thing
Mm-hmm.
server config is it's an i5
Mm-hmm.
sorry, i5
It's a
10th
Dell
gen.
server or what it is? It's a server or laptop or desktop, what it is?
No, no, it's a server.
Okay.
It's a desktop server.
Mm-hmm.
32 GB RAM.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's got 500 GB SSD.
Okay.
Um, and has nothing else on it. It's a bare bone machine.
Okay. Now, do one thing. First, we have to
64
configure.
GB.
Sorry.
That's 64 GB.
Okay.
So I have my team here with me. I have
You can add them on this call.
no, we are all in the same room right now.
Okay. So do one
So
thing.
we
Do one thing. First of all, what we have to do, we have to configure that server as a bare metal hypervisor, right? So for the same,
yes.
what you need to do, just show me the downloads. Like I given that ISO file
Yeah,
link
yeah.
to you, na? Just open
One
that.
second. One second. Yeah, yeah. So our developer will just join the meeting. He's on that this thing. He will join and he will share his screen.
No worry. So developers are not required. Why? Because first we have
No,
to
he will do it.
configure the server, right?
I have downloaded it already.
Sorry, who is it?
No, no, he has downloaded it. I am the
Okay, okay,
business lead.
okay,
I don't do this.
okay, okay. So, can I see the screen of your colleague?
Yes, he's just joining the call.
Hmm.
He will join the call and then he'll share his screen and from there he'll be able
So,
to.
what you have to do? First, you need to get that Citrix hypervisor ISO file, and you have to
Hmm.
run that ISO file into one USB drive, and from that USB drive, you have to boot your server.
Got it, got it. Just one second, I'm sharing screen. Matthew, you want to turn your speaker on? I will turn my speaker off. Sure.
So which company is this?
Our company used to be called Uncanny Vision. We got acquired last year by an American company called Eagle Eye Networks.
Okay. I'm getting on my screen like Matthew has started the screen sharing, but
Yes.
it's blank for me. Is your colleague facing any challenges in sharing the screen? Rohan, you there?
He was having some trouble sharing the screen. It was not sharing. So he just logged off the call. He'll just join back in and
Okay.
yeah. 1 second. Mahesh, where are you based out of?
Basically, I'm from Indore, Madhya Pradesh.
Okay. And are you staying in Indore only?
Actually, my hometown is Bhopal, but
Okay.
my job location was Indore earlier. I was working with Infosys as a data center architect, and still I'm working with them. But right now I'm working from my hometown as a remote profile. Okay, so you got Rufus downloaded. Okay, launch that Rufus application.
Just checking.
No, 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 no. Too much eco, man. Too much eco. Can you hear me, guys?
Yes, we can hear you.
Okay, now there is no echo. Okay, so uh, just open that your Rufus application.
Just 1 second, Mahesh.
Yeah.
Your speaker is still on, right? You want to do that speaker? Hey, just 1 second, Mahesh. Yeah.
Guys, I think to reduce the noise, you can use the headset if you have.
Hey, Mahesh, can you 1 second? Yeah, can you hear us now?
Yes, yes.
Is it clear? Any echo, anything like that?
Nothing, nothing.
Now it's perfect, right? Okay. So I have downloaded all three files, and I have
Mhm.
also downloaded a tool to make a USB bootable.
Yes,
So is this
run that tool, Rufus. Yeah, run it. And
I
from here,
selected?
select your ISO file. That's Citrix hypervisor one. No, 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 not this one.
Not this
This one. Yeah,
hypervisor.
yeah.
Okay.
And that is your device, Ubuntu. Okay, it is fine. Click on start.
FAT32 is fine.
No, no, do not change anything. Just click on start. Go with the default option. Click OK. Yes. It will take a while to copy the stuff on. Okay, one more thing that I need to know, like your server, that physical machine, right? So is it
Mhm.
it is isolated right now, or it is connected to the your network?
It's connected on the network.
So it is getting some IP address from the network, right?
Right now there is no OS, but it should be like once we have an OS
Means what?
installed, we should be.
Yes, means what I'm trying to say is that some DHCP server should be there, right? To allocate the
Correct.
IP
I
address.
mean, yes, yes, it's connected onto our same network.
Okay, okay then. So now, just give me a minute, because on the Zoom call, I will not be able to see your hypervisor screen, right? Because this machine
Okay.
is isolated. So what I'm doing here, okay, I'm sharing one of my video to you to on WhatsApp. Please follow that video. You can see it. You just have to boot your server from this USB media. That's it. And after that, you have to follow some basic instructions like language selection or the other stuff. You can follow that video I recorded
Okay.
earlier, and I am here
Okay.
in call. If you got stuck somewhere, just let me know. I will guide you.
Sure, sure. One second. Yeah, yeah, that's
Guys, I think that video is recorded in Hindi language. So if you are okay in Hindi, it will be good. Or else I have to share some other video.
So if there is any confusion, I'll check with you. We'll
Mm-hmm.
open the video. We are just connecting the USB and we'll
Mm-hmm.
start booting that USB and start the installation and we'll follow the video. If there is
Yes.
any confusion, anyway, you are on the call, I'll check with you.
Yeah, I'm here only.
Okay. Okay. Yeah, Mahesh, so we have booted the USB and we've gone through few steps. One
Hmm.
step is select installation step. Please
Hmm.
select the source. That is local media, right?
Yes, local media.
Okay.
Guys, one more thing. In parallel, you can also download the Windows Server 2019 ISO media because it will be required.
Where I can
Uh,
download?
just go to the Google. Go
Or
to
the
the Google.
Windows
Windows
Server
Server
2.
2019. Yes.
Okay.
Open the first link. What is that?
I don't know. First link. Okay.
Just try to change your web browser.
It's okay. We have started downloading from another system.
Okay.
So we'll keep it downloaded. required?
No, not required.
Hey Mahesh, we are on the system where like the Citrix has booted, customized system, status display, network and management interface.
Hmm.
We are on that list.
Okay. Just check. Is it getting any IP address from your network?
Uh, MAC address, no, it says DHCP, but I don't see any IP address assigned to it.
No. Is it connected to your network or not?
It is, it is connected
Mm-hmm.
through Ethernet. It is
Mm-hmm.
connected to the LAN, but I'm see the network and management interface. I see device, Ethernet 0, MAC address, DHCP or static IP. It says DHCP, but the IP address and netmask gateway, all those I see as empty.
Means it is not getting any IP address, right?
Right.
Do one thing. Just go to the network management.
Network management, okay.
Just let me know what are the options you are getting over there.
So I selected the network and management interface.
Hmm.
I see, okay. If I go inside, I see configure management interface, DNS servers, network time, test. The first option says Ethernet 0, where
Hmm.
our driver PCI Express gigabit Ethernet controller, and it says connected.
Hit enter. Now
Okay. Option is DHCP or static.
select
DH,
DHCP.
yes. Just enter. Uh, Only
And
confirmation.
enter it.
Following, so it says the following addresses have been assigned by DHCP. Would you like to accept them and continue with DHCP enabled or convert to a static
No,
configuration?
no.
So,
Continue with DHCP enabled.
yeah, the following addresses have been assigned by DHCP. It says first,
Mm-hmm.
but still the IP address is empty. Netmask says none, gateway says none, and hostname says localhost. Or should I
Means
change to static and
uh,
put some IP?
static you can change, but you need to get some static IP address from your network team, right?
Right.
Like with same network ID, right?
Yes.
So you can do that thing. Like what you can do, you can uh, enter the IP address manually, like static one, and please
Yes.
cross check with your like network team, like which IP is available.
I'll check that. I'll check that. And I think there was a net test option available. So after that, I'll do a test and see if it is working.
Okay, okay, please do that.
I'll proceed with that because DHCP right now is not doesn't seem to be assigning any value.
Yes,
So
yes.
I'll
So
just
that is
try
the
to.
only reason. In that case, you have to go with the manual IP setup, right?
Yes. So let me. I'll just mute again and I'll just try that.
Yeah.
Hey Mahesh, it's been configured and I'm able to ping the device as well.
Okay. You are getting reply from that machine? Yes.
Yes.
Okay, now go to the downloads folder. This is Citrix files,
Okay.
what you have downloaded. Install that
Right.
application, Citrix Hypervisor, Gen Center, the third one. Yeah, install it.
Onto my machine, onto
Yes,
this machine. Okay.
yes. Basically, this application, it is a GUI tool from which you can manage your hypervisor, right?
Okay.
Now click on the add a server, enter the IP
IP
address.
address.
Yeah, enter the IP address and enter the root password. The password what you have given at the time of installation.
Right. So on the Citrix, I mean, on the other device, I'm still on network and management interface.
Mm-hmm. Click OK.
Okay. Accept.
Click OK.
Okay.
So now you are connected with your hypervisor, right? So, okay.
So does this mean it's a successful connection?
No, right
Does
click
it?
on it and connect it. Right click on it, connect. What is happening here? Just try to ping that IP address. It is fine, but why it is not getting connected?
Just give me a minute. I'll just check if there is anything blocking, or I'll just check with the network team. Just give me 1 minute.
Yes,
Hey Mahesh, can you just check? My screen is still visible, right? I think it's connected now.
Yes, it is connected now. So now, first we have to create uh, virtual machines here. So just show me the folder where you have downloaded that those ISO files.
Okay, just give me a minute. I have downloaded the ISO on another system. I'll just get moved
Yeah,
here.
can you please copy that file to this machine?
Yes, yes. Just give me 1 minute. We'll do that.
Yeah. Yeah, hi, can you hear me? Is it copied?
Give us a minute, please. We are just getting it moved.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, hi Mahesh, I have it downloaded now. This one. Yeah.
Okay, go to the folder.
I am. You can see my screen, right? This is the
Yes,
ISO.
yes, yes. Go to the folder. Go to the work folder.
Which
Go to the work folder. On the same window, right click on Citrix. No, no.
okay.
Now go to the sharing. Click on the advanced sharing. Share this folder and apply. Then okay. Now copy that path like G15/Citrix. Now here click on new storage and select the Windows file sharing. This one, no, the last one, Windows file sharing. Click on next. Now name it like ISO only. Okay, next. Now enter that path.
Of my machine.
Yeah. Okay, DNS lookup failed. Do one thing, close this, click on close. Replace the host name by IP address, like just replace the G15 with the IP address of your machine. Yeah, now click on finish.
Just 1 second. Just confirming. 192.168. 193.
This time it should work. No, unable to mount the directory. Close this and check the username and password. Like, is it on any domain? In that case, you must have to enter your domain, then slash your username.
Just 1 second. Let me username would just 1 second.
Mhm.
Immediately. Small. Okay, can you just explain once more on the domain part? How do I check in?
Sorry,
You-
domain user account means which user account you are using.
Local.
Local means that there is. I lost your screen. Can you please share it again?
Is it visible?
Yes. Go to the local user accounts and computers on your machine only.
User accounts.
Yes.
Edit local users and groups.
Yes. Go there. No. No local. Just show me the hostname of your machine. Go to the properties in my computer. So, what is the domain name here? Okay, it's a Windows 11 Home. Device name is this. Just you will find somewhere like rename this PC option. Yeah, at the top of your screen. No, no, no. We do not want. Click on cancel. Click on domain or work group. Yes, click on it. So what is here? Okay, here it's a local machine, right?
Hmm.
Click on cancel. Go to that window again. And cancel this. Cancel this.
Okay, I'll just turn off the Wi-Fi as well. Yeah.
Cancel this. Now, on your center of your screen, click on the console. Console
Sorry,
tab.
where?
Click on the console tab. Yeah.
Okay.
Now enter the password for the hypervisor.
Okay.
Now type one command, access console. X S for Singapore, and C for Canada. Console.
Control.
No, console. Console. Yes, hit enter. Okay. So now go to the local command shell, the second last option. Enter the password for root user. Now here, just try to ping your local machine from hypervisor. That is a problem, right? Okay. Do one thing now. On the start of your machine, open the firewall.
Sorry.
Open the firewall in your local machine. Where it is, firewall is on. Yeah, click on this, allow app or feature. Now click on the chain setting. Click on the chain setting. Now scroll down and look for file and printer sharing option.
Sorry, file and
File and printer sharing.
printer sharing. Okay.
It is enabled, right? Check this for both the network, like private and public. No. Check that
Yeah.
box and click OK. Click OK. Now go to press Control C here in this screen and try to ping it again. What is happening? Just cross verify the IP address. Is it correct?
So I'll just exit from here, show you that now I changed to DHCP. It got automatically assigned 1.90.
No.
And
I'm talking about your local machine IP.
my IP address. Okay,
Yes.
I'll see if it got changed.
No. IP config, not if config. Yeah. What is IP address?
193. It's still same.
1.193, right?
Yes.
And why it is not pinging? Just try to ping one more time.
I'll just try another IP. What is your?
Yeah, just try
84.
to ping any other IP.
No.
Okay. Click OK. Now go to the configure management interface. Something is wrong. Click on the first one, hit enter. It is getting IP from DSCP, right?
Yes.
Click on DSCP. Hit enter. Now continue with the DSCP enabled. Hit enter. Now hit enter. Click OK. Now let's see if IP changed or it is the same IP it is getting. Same, right?
Same IP.
Hmm.
Gateway pinging failed. Still failed.
Okay. Do one thing. Do not waste time in that. We have to find some alternate way.
Like we're trying to push, like instead of network, can't we push the file some other way?
No, no. We are only having two ways. Now, either we can use the physical media, right? So physical media is not feasible, right? You have to insert the USB drive again and again into your into your hypervisor CD or DVD. That I do not want actually.
Okay.
Okay. Now what we can do here? Again, go to the firewall. Are you getting any option to disable the firewall in this machine?
Yeah, I'll turn it off for
Yeah,
now.
please turn it off for now. Now, try to ping.
But okay. Still failed.
Okay, okay. Do one thing. Just check the DNS servers in hit OK. Enter, hit enter. Uh, cancel this. Now go to the DNS server, DNS. So your DNS server is 183.182. Okay. And click on the go to a test network,
Okay.
hit enter. Same. Ping the local address, first one. Okay, means it's pinging itself, right? So do one thing. Go to the cancel this, and again escape key one more time. Go to the main console. No, no, escape key.
To where?
Yeah, go to the home screen. Back. Press the escape key. Now reboot server. Press F8.
Yes.
Yeah, press F8 key. Uh, get from the DSCP.
Okay.
Okay, one more thing. Go to your command prompt in your local machine
Okay.
and try to ping IP of any system of your colleague.
Just 1 second, we'll confirm this. ಈ ಇತರನೆಟ್ಲಲ್ಲ ಇನ್ನೇನೆಲ್ಲ ನೀವು ನೋಡ್ರಿ
Seems like something is blocking, right? Do you have any other IP address?
This was my colleague's IP.
Mm-hmm.
Doesn't seem to be pinging.
1.1, it should be your gateway, right?
Yeah, that is successful. Ethernet is connected. Should I try connecting to the Wi-Fi? This is our Wi-Fi and Ethernet are both are two different.
Two different.
This is Ethernet, that's internet.
159 can you try?
159 is which IP?
Server IP server IP only.
Here I'm getting. What is it? It's a
Server.
it's which server?
And I'm never trying server only.
Okay, to there it's pinging.
Yeah.
So, any other Ethernet? Just one more. Just check somebody. Sorry, from the router. You just tell me one more. Somebody's IP. So this I just tried another IP 159.
Mm-hmm.
A local system.
Yeah, ping the same IP address from there and see.
I had to go to console, right?
Yes.
Console. 123.
Access
And
console. XS console. Okay, perfect. So now, go to the new storage and select this one. Enter, rename this. Click on next. Enter your IP slash, no, not with the host name. Enter the IP address.
with the IP address. So successful. I have ISO here now.
Okay, so now, click on new VM, new virtual machine.
Yeah,
Yeah.
okay.
So first, select Windows Server 2019.
Okay.
Next,
DDC.
yeah, delivery controller. Click on next. And from this drop down menu, select the ISO media of Windows Server 2019.
Okay.
It is Windows 10 or what you downloaded?
It's Windows 2019. So Windows.
It is showing Windows 2019.
Wait, the file name came like this. Just 1 second. Anyway, since you asked,
Yeah.
I'm also a bit confused. So just confirm. Just 1 second. Because
Yeah.
I can hear you, Mahesh. Sorry about that. Like you're right. It was the wrong ISO file.
Yes, yes.
Give us 1 more minute.
So what you have to do now, you just have to copy the new ISO file on the same folder, right? That's it.
Okay, I'll move it to here. I'll select the new ISO and then click on next.
Yes, yes. Not now. Right
Just,
now, right now. Cancel this. Cancel this.
yeah.
Once you copied the ISO file on the destination folder, you have to click on that rescan option, right? So it will reflect the new ISO media.
Okay, over here,
Okay.
got it.
Yeah.
Rescan, and then I'll get the new ISO here, and okay.
Yeah.
Mahesh, this is correct. From the file name, this is how usually the.
Yes, yes, yeah, this is fine.
So I'm just doing the steps once again. I have rescanned and the file has appeared, and I'm selecting Windows Server 2019.
Rename it
You said
as DDC.
DDC.